of data, we talk about the art of arranging a set of data into their various classes and with their respective word frequency. The art of what arranging a set of data into their various classes and their corresponding word frequency. That is what it simply means to group a set of data. So what we have here, we have this set of raw data. This is raw data. So what we want to group them into their various classes together with their corresponding frequency. So this is raw data. This raw data, which can be any set of data. We can assume it to be the score of students in SS2 science class, score of students in SS2 science arts class, or the weight of teacher in social college, whatever. It can assume to be anything, depending on what is information is given to us. So how do we group them into various classes to know that so belongs to this class and otherwise? So the data, I will copy the data. This is the data. It's okay. The data is the score of 25 students in mathematics examination is presented below. So this is the data of 25 students in mathematics examination. We were asked to prepare a group frequency table with class interval 45 to 49, 50 to 54. So the class interval is 45 to 49, 50 to 54. What will be the next class? If you look at it, this class is from 45 to 49. If we calculate the numbers of items that can fall into this, we have 45, we have 46, we have 47, we have 48, and we have 49. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the class size is 5. 5 items can fall into the class. Or we can simply state that the class size is the difference between the two lower class interval, two consecutive lower class interval, which is 50 minus 45 is equals to 5, which is this 50 minus 45 equals to 5, which is the class size, the difference between two consecutive lower class interval. Or we can say is the difference between two consecutive upper class interval, which is 54 minus 49, which is 54 minus 49. That one will give us another 5. So that's the class size. So now I want to group this data into their various classes. So they gave us the first two classes. Now we have to get the remaining classes. If the class ends as 54, the next will be 55 to, we have to say that only 5 items can fall into a class. So the next one will be from 55 to 59. That's 5. We have 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. That's 5. Then the next one will be from 60 to 64. That's another 5. The next class will be from 65 to 69. That's another class. So each of the class, only 5 items falls into them. Then the last class will be from 70 to 74. Why is that supposed to be our last class? Let's check very well. So the last class here was 70 to 74. Let's check our data if there's any number greater than 74. Ensure that all your data fall into a particular class. So let's look if there's any data greater than 74. So we have here? We have 70 is less than 74. We have 72. We have 73. We have 70. So all of them are lesser than 74. So there's no number greater than 74. So 70 to 74 will be our last class. So these are our classes. These are the classes. So we start 45 to 49. These two were given to us. Then the remaining 4 we imputed them ourselves by using the class size of 5 that was given to us. And how did we obtain the class size? We say that the class size is the difference between two consecutive lower class interval, which is 50 minus 45 is 45, or two consecutive upper class interval, which is 54 minus 49. Or you can count from 54 to 59. How many digits do we have? We have 54, 55, 56. We have 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. That is 5 digits. Now the class mark. How do we obtain the class mark? The class mark is the arithmetic mean of a class interval divided by 2. The class mark is the arithmetic mean of the class interval divided by what? 2, which is what? 45 plus 49 is what? Then divided by 2 is what? 47. The same thing also applies here. 50 plus 54, which is 100 and what? 4 divided by 2 is what? 52. Same thing here. 55 plus 59 divided by 2 is what? 54. But there's a shortcut to it. Immediately you obtain your class size. We know that our class size is what? 5. C, which is our class size, is 5. 45 plus 49 divided by 2 is what? 47. To get the next class mark, what do we do? Add 5 to 47 will give you what? 52. Then add 5 to 52 will give you 57. Then add 5 to 57 will give you what? 62. Add 5 to 62 will give you what? 67. Add 5 to 67 will give you what? 72. So immediately you continue adding the class size to the previous class mark, will give you the next what? Class size. Now let's obtain our frequency. How many numbers falls into a particular class? How many number falls into a what? Particular class? This is where the problem is. At this point in time, when doing a turn of this nature, you have to be very, very careful. You have to pay deliberate attention to what you are doing so that you don't make unnecessary mistake. Because during the process of grouping your data into class by obtaining their word frequency, if you make a single mistake, it will affect all your answer, and that might lead to what? Failure as regard to what? That question. So look at what we simply do. To take the frequency, we use what? Tally. Remember in your primary school, you were taught how to calculate with tally. When you say you do 1, 1, 1, 1, then you cross it, mean 5, 1, 1, 1, that's 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. When you cross it, that's what 10. So that's the knowledge we'll be applying now. So we'll be picking each data and we'll be grouping them into their various what? Classes. So let's pick the first one. Any number you pick, take a pen and you can just draw a light stroke on it to indicate that that number has been picked, and you won't repick it, because any number you omit or you double pick twice, it will affect your answer drastically. So let's pick 65. The first one is 65. Which class does 65 fall into? It falls into this class, so I will put 1 mark there. The next one is 70. Which class does 70 fall into? It falls into this class, I put 1 mark here. The next one is 60. 60 falls into this class, I put 1 mark there. The next one is 46. 46 falls into what? The first class, I put a mark there. The next one is what? 51. 51 falls into the what? Second class, I put a mark there. The next one is what? 55. 55 falls into a third class, I put a mark there. The next one is 59. 59 falls into which class? The third class also, I put another mark there. That's 2 in that class now. The next one is what? 63. 63 falls into which class? The fourth class, I put a mark there. That mark is too much, I put a mark there. That's 2. The next one is what? 68. 68 falls into which class? The second to last class, I put a mark there. That's 2 in that class already. The next one is what? 53. 53 falls into what? The second class, that's 2 there. Then 47 falls into the first class, that's 2 in that class. Let me draw that properly, please. The next one is what? 53. 53 falls into which class? The second class. So look at what I'm doing. I'm picking the anyone I pick, I make sure I put it into the class immediately, so that I will not by chance omit it or pick it twice. So I put it to the class immediately and I cancel it, so that I will not what? By chance pick it what? Twice. Now I'm talking to you, I know that I will not make mistake, because I was already picked 53 and I put it into its what? Class. The next one was 72. 72 falls into which class? The last class. That's where so you can find 72. 58 falls into which class? The what? Third class. That's where you can find what? 58. Then the next one was 67. 67 falls into which class? 67 is the what? Second to last class. That's where you can find 67. The next one is 63. 63 falls into which class? 62 falls into the third to last class. Then the next one is 64. 64 into this, it says the same class with what? 62. And it decays there. Then the next one is 70. 70 falls into the last class. 57, it falls into the what? The third class. Let me cancel. Okay, the third class. The next one is 56. 56 also falls into the what? Third class. But if we count, that class is already 4. To draw the fifth one, you use what? You cross it to indicate it is 5 now. That indicates it's what? 5. That's 5. The next one is 73. It falls into the last class. 56. It falls into the class that is already 5 to make it 6. 48. Where does 48 falls into? 48 falls into the first class. Then 51 falls into the what? Second class. 51 falls into the second class. Then 58, it falls into the what? Third class. So we have obtained the what? Tally. Now we now convert it to what? Frequency in terms of what? Digit. The first class has what? 3 digits. The first class has 3 what? Items. The second class has what? 4 items. We are counting from the tallies now. The third class has what? From the tallies we have what? 7. The fourth class has what? From the tally we have what? 4 items there. The fifth class has what? 3 items. And the last class has what? 4 items. So this is what we have. This is our frequency what? Table. These are what? Frequency table. So we have successfully grouped this set of data into a what? Into the frequency table. We have grouped the data, and this is the what? Frequency table. So if you're asked to prepare a frequency table, this is what is expected of you. Now this is the what? Let me transform it. The first class is what? 3, which is 3. Second class 4, which is 4 here. The third class 7, which is 7 here. The fourth class 4, which is 4 here. The fifth class 3, which is 3 here. And the sixth class is 4, which is also 4 here. So this is the what? Frequency what? Table. So this is how to compute our frequency table. These are our class interval, our class mark, our frequency. Then you also have to put the tally